It's Rachel and John. It's YaJagoff Late Night. And, once again, we always try to prompt you to come here to 5 Foster Plaza Fridays between 4 and 5 o'clock because we always have good snacks, good drinks, whatever, and good fun with everybody that shows up at the podcast, like our guests.
Yes.
And you're watching the guests mingle. It's always fun.
And there's a more important reason because we have great food. But we're going to get to that in 1 second because we want to make sure that you check out what we have on the blog every week. Even though the term Jagoff is a term of endearment, we do call out Jags. Mm-hmm. But, John, I feel like we haven't been doing that very much.
But there are 2 in the queue right now for next week, right?
Okay,
but,
cool.
No, right.
But for this week we're eating
mm-hmm.
Italian at Little Italy Days, and we're going to celebrate.
Yeah, we're celebrating the fact that, in June we recorded 4 episodes at Mike's Beer Bar for Zachary's mission, and it sounds like we raised pretty close to $9,000 this year for Zachary's mission. That's a ton of Zach packs, and but we're going to celebrate and announce who actually was the winner of the various fundraising efforts, Venmo and the total. And all
in addition, we had so much fun jagging around with our friends at Izazu. Somebody got a haircut because John goes and gets bougie hairstyles at Izazu, and we offered up a haircut with our stylist Brandy, and Faith won, and they had a grand old time. John had to edit like 3 hours worth of video, but it was worth it. And it was lots of fun.
It taught me, guys, I'm going to tell you, I have this video, and it's 2 ladies talking for about 63 minutes in the salon, and I got to tell you, I know all the secrets.
Yeah, he really does.
You Venmo me, I'll tell you the ladies' secrets to the guys.
And John and I like to do something called Jag Brag, Jag Tag, or straight up Jagoff. As we said, we had no Jags that were really that bad this week, so we're going to do yet another Jag Tag, and we're going to tag Vito or Joe from The Sopranos, who we got to interview and do a little jagging around video, who is still playing bocce at Little Italy Days if you're watching this through the weekend. So go check it out. Make sure you support Little Italy Days and all of those amazing little vendors. Speaking of vendors, we have some amazing food tonight, and we are so excited because I keep looking. That washboard table of ours never saw such goodness. John,
and it smells delicious. I was standing over there next to Chef Aaron as he was cutting all this stuff fresh, and my God, we have sushi. But we have Brittany from Okane. Am I saying it right? Okane.
You are saying it correctly.
All right.
Okane every once in a while.
Well, that's Okane.
Okane, yeah.
We do make your table look good, actually.
You do, absolutely.
Oh, my God.
Talk to us a little bit about this because you've now gone to the 3rd floor. What is going on here?
Well, when I first came to help this restaurant group at Okane, I saw a sign that said rooftop bar up the stairs. And I called the owner. I said, I have a problem with this. I said, this is not a rooftop bar. This is like a concession stand. I said, if I'm going to make this work, we need a bar. And we started pulling up boards that night in the rain. And he said, we'll level the floor and we'll put in a bar. I asked for 6 seats. I got 12. It's become definitely a destination place, one of 5 Pittsburgh rooftop bars. And it's like a tranquil, garden-esque, like sanctuary, in my opinion. I wish I was a guest instead of working there sometimes. I get really jealous because it's beautiful.
And you have a great relationship with the folks there. Talk about that. You come from, you worked together for quite some time.
We did. Andy and I were in the Cleveland area for over 10 years. He was a partner and I was multi-unit general manager. Just to give you a little idea, we have like a brother-sister like professional relationship. We were going to this event once and it was an adult prom. We were the liquor sponsor and our table was empty. I was like, come on, we got to leave the restaurant. We got to go over there. He said, do we really have to? I said, yeah. And I'm running out the door and he goes, wait. And I'm like, what? And he goes, your meat is hanging out. And I was wearing a backless jumpsuit and he tucked me in and I said, tuck me in. And come to find out he was like still working on his English and didn't know how to say belly. So it came out as your meat is hanging out.
That is hysterical because once in a while I will say to John, same, like people can't figure out, well now they know we're partners, we're great friends, but for a while it was like, what are you two? And I would say, do I have pork chop back? Like whenever you get that little line. So I get
I think mine was filet,
that's true friendship. That's true friendship. What questions do you have of this?
All right, so we want to get to even the food here, but what was the hole in the market here? But the one thing I noticed, though, is it's within walking distance of the Jagoff World Headquarters because we're right on Isabella over in the North Room. We can walk right over to 4th Avenue and hit this up, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so was it downtown was an attractive spot for you guys?
Yes. The opportunity came, there was a former owner, and when he came here to start Opal Group, he also owns Nanjang and Top Pot. Nanjang is a Michelin-rated Chinese soup dumplings. Sure. They're all over the New York coast. I don't know what coast that is. It's terrible. I'm terrible with
It's
okay.
Oh my God.
So those were his first 2 spots, and then when his name kind of got out there, he got a call from the previous proprietor of the building, and he took over and named it Okane. Okane is like gold standard. It also means money, and his last name is Kuyan, and that also translates to money. So I believe that's where the name was inspired. We say it's our gold standard, not money. We don't want to be pretentious.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, gold standard doesn't sound pretentious at all. No.
Yeah,
No,
for
but
sure.
there's also a phrase, and Tracy's keyed us in on this, but you told us last week. What's the phrase as far as one of the areas of the bar?
So our second floor is a niche experience, not done in many like smaller metropolitan areas, but more big like Chicago, New York, California, and that's Omakase. And the meaning of Omakase is I'll leave it up to you, and that's where the chefs actually pick what your courses are going to be. We do a 16 and an 18 course, anything from A5 Wagyu to firefly squid, roasted duck breast. It really is. I had the pleasure of doing it for the second time. First time was when I accepted the job. That's how good it is. And the second time was we had a chef visiting from the Cleveland area who will be working with us coming in the end of August. So we opened his eyes to that experience as well, because he'll be working at the Omakase spot come the end of August. And I'll leave it up to you is the main phrase. Nice. And that's because it is a chef-inspired delicacy, very intimate dining experience. Table for two is great. We have private omakase rooms off to the side that open up for bigger seatings and parties, business meetings, and things alike. So it's really, really cool.
All right, so let's get to the food here because it looks delicious. It smells delicious.
Pass me an ice cream cone.
Where should we go first? All right, so what's etiquette here? Can I just pick that up and hand it to her?
Sure. So you are getting a first look
Don't drop
at
it.
one of our new menu items. We have not put this on the menu yet, so you could be the guinea pig for us and tell us what you think. We'll be doing different variations of sushi ice cream cones. And the one that you're eating right now is fruit and cucumber. So we have mango, kiwi, avocado, red tobacco, and apple. And then there's cream cheese in there, and it's topped with a honey glaze.
And should I do something with the sauce here?
Do not dip it in the Metamucil.
Okay.
No, it is, that is actually sake, and I brought that because it is one of my favorite sakes traditionally. It's called dry. It is a Nagori sake, so it's unfiltered. It's more dessert-like. I figured it would wash down perfectly with the fruit.
Chef, is it a one biter, or am I supposed to bite this in two bites? Because I feel like it's going all over my shirt. One bite.
I brought
one bite.
napkins.
Here we go. Ready?
Okay. Oh, you got it. Don't choke. Don't choke.
Okay, I'll talk. I got you. Amazing.
Yeah.
When you look at something that's so pretty that you don't want to mess up, but you cannot wait to eat, that is amazing.
make more.
It is so fantastic. Thank you so much. Look, it's perfect branding. Where can everybody find out more information about this?
Our website is Omakane Sushi USA. Or you can stop in 245 4th Avenue. That's downtown Pittsburgh. Right next to Market Square, I believe, is where that's called. So we also have some beef tartare, it's Wagyu, and then we have our salmon cigar, which I know is Hal's favorite. And Hal, by the way, I brought you a VIP card since you've been a frequent flyer lately. It's this gold card, get you in special seating, 10%
What just
discount.
happened?
Wow.
Hal B. Klein will be here.
Hal B had some friends.
I noticed you were in the restaurant.
Take a couple of friends with
On
us.
all floors, so I figured
Listen,
as
they
frequent
continue
flyer,
the
We have
conversation,
audience
we need
participation
to
going
go
on
to
right
Rob
now, as I
Owen.
spit.
It's a pleasure, and we cannot wait to go downtown and check out this amazing place. But first, check out Rob Owen with TV Talk.
You're tuned into TV Talk at TribLive.com. I'm Rob Owen. It's been a busy week in Pittsburgh TV, which I've covered in multiple TV Talk columns about the debut of the KDKA augmented and virtual reality set, which delivers fancy, high-tech graphics that allowed the station's forecasters to walk all over the radar weather map now that it shows up on the studio floor. I also reported on news of the new Pittsburgh Sports Tonight show, airing weeknights with its August 31st debut on WPGH and hosted by Jack Hillgrove, grandson of legendary Pittsburgh broadcaster Bill Hillgrove. I also reviewed HBO's Lanterns, the best comic book-inspired series since 2019's Watchmen. TV Q&A addresses the shrinking role of KDKA sports anchor reporter Cassidy Wood and WPXI's use of reports from stations that are part of the same ownership group. Stay tuned in with TV Talk at TribLive.com and in the pages of the Tribune Review.
It's John and Rachel. Welcome back to YaJagoff Late Night. And listen, nobody does a podcast like Hal B. Klein, and it has been way too long to have Hal B. Klein on. And luckily, Tracy reached out, and perfect timing because look what you two get to have.
I'm here.
Yes.
We get to celebrate.
Hal B, yeah?
Are you like salute? Do you salute?
To not waiting as long till next time.
There you go.
Oh, right.
It looks so elegant. I feel
like
like these two guys drinking it is not as elegant as it should be. Is it amazing?
Wait, that does
I do
not
love
taste
it.
like anything like it looks like.
I
I was
filtered sake
expecting
is
like coconut milk, but this is really good.
Yeah. It's
Oh
got
my
that,
God. All right.
It has like that like milky consistency.
Yeah.
But it's sake, and it's great. So it's
Have
got
you had
rice
that before?
flavor. I've never had this particular one, but
Okay.
I really like sake.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah.
Well,
Hal B.
welcome to Culture on YaJagoff.
It has been too
That's right,
long,
that's
and
right.
I don't know if you realize that we only have a limited time segment, so we want you to jump right in. The last we saw you was cleaning up. You're a Golden Quill winner, as usual, but also there's something called the Global Grocers Project. What is happening? Because it is you and our dear friend Gretchen.
Yeah, I mean, we love a project at the Post-Gazette food team. A couple years ago, we did Pittsburgh Dumpling Project.
Yep.
Which was amazing, and I got to learn way too much about dumplings.
We were so grateful because we learned so much from you.
I was grateful that I got to learn too much about dumplings. So this worked out. It's called I Love a Story That's a Win for Everyone.
Sure.
Yeah. And so Gretchen and I are going to spend the next couple months exploring all of the international grocery stores in Pittsburgh
Brilliant.
in an 8-part series. Our first one came out earlier this week, and
Yep.
we looked at the African groceries in Pittsburgh, which is something that I think a lot of people don't know about.
Yep.
Because the African community here is a little bit newer.
Did you learn from that? Is that something that you already kind of knew about, or?
No, I learned
that's great.
ton. I mean, especially in these, in these African grocery markets, you have all these spices that might be unfamiliar to a lot of people. I know a lot
Sure.
of them were unfamiliar to me. And even stuff like there's it's called now I forget. It's called Grains of Salem.
Okay.
And it's like the smoky pod. And I started adding it, even just like I make cashew milk sometimes, and I just like added it to
course
that,
you
and
do.
it's like making cashew milk is so easy. You
Okay.
just soak cashews
Yeah.
for like 15 minutes. You just like 1 part cashews to like 3 or 4 parts water, soak it for like 15 minutes, blitz it up, strain it. Homemade cashew milk. It's way cheaper than going to the
I never
grocery
knew
store.
that.
Oh, wow.
It's like so easy.
Okay.
Yeah, do it.
We're going to do
yourself.
that as a demonstration the next time.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
make cashew milk.
Oh, we're in.
That's
Okay.
great. So so the next one we're gonna do the Eastern European groceries, a community that's been in Pittsburgh for a longer time,
Sure.
and I think we're gonna kind of bounce back and forth. So we'll look at maybe the Middle Eastern communities, the bigger Mexican, Central American communities that just continue to grow, and we'll go back to some of the historic Italian markets that we love. So it's a really fun project. It's great. Gretchen, of course, is going to be making recipes or learning recipes from people.
Of course.
If there's hot and prepared foods,
Yeah.
I'll be talking about those.
And Hubby, I think that we learned something way back that when someone said there was Latin America food or Mexican food, it's not Mexican food or Haitian food or
There's
and
Puerto Rican,
it's-
there's
we know
Venezuelan,
there's
there's-
everybody has their own slant, almost like the Southern Italy and Northern Italy.
Yeah.
That's what you're finding out.
It's
as well.
amazing. And so I'm really excited to explore the Indian markets, which again is something that people haven't written about as much in Pittsburgh, even though we have a huge Indian population around here. And India is a giant country with
Right.
so many different regions and so many different foodways, separated by different climates, by mountains. So it's really exciting to just dig in. And I think, what I love about what we do at the Post-Gazette food section is just be curious and learn, which is
Yeah.
fun.
The learning part is the best part because it's one thing to have a little bit of knowledge and then go explore more. It's another thing when you say, I didn't even know about this, right?
Yeah.
Because that's really the opportunity to learn for your reader.
Yeah, and have someone, say, I don't know about this, and then talk to someone that's like, I do.
Right,
Here
exactly.
You go.
Yeah.
We used to do this thing called culture in Pittsburgh because we know Pittsburgh is known as the melting pot, supposedly, but we never really take the time to learn about these other cultures. So I think this is really interesting, whether they're holidays, whether it's food. So I appreciate that you're doing this
Thanks,
because
yeah.
it's just again, as I, the German Irish guy, observe the Italians, and just as far as the differences on what they make, like I said earlier, from northern to southern Italian. So
And
this is
interesting
pretty
enough, the
awesome.
last time we saw you was at an Indian dinner.
Yeah.
I mean, how crazy is
right.
that?
Yeah.
That's how, for real. I mean, you hadn't been on the show, but we were
That's
at
right, yeah.
Hanukkah's and
Yeah.
we got to really experience an authentic homemade meal. It was
I know,
fantastic.
which is amazing, right?
Yes,
So,
I loved it. Speaking of amazing, we cannot help but ask a question of the day every day at 1:12, and we stumbled upon a question, and we came to find that this is exceptionally big trending going on right now because you were involved in something. You were just talking about it with our friend CityCast, and there's something that has to do with Station Square. What do we need to know?
We're all talking about Station
yes,
Square.
we miss all
I
the
wrote
old time.
a very, very, very long story.
Yeah.
that they let me just go to town on.
Sure.
That started with me, kind of looking at it through the lens of all the restaurants that are left in Station Square, which by and large are not great.
It's crazy, yeah.
And except for Kiku, which is fantastic. And even though I'm not a chain food guy, Texas State Brazil is also
okay.
Yeah, like no hate for Texas State Brazil. I love that place.
Yes.
But the more time I spent there, the more I started thinking about what's happening in this historic gem. It was one of the first examples of adaptive reuse in the country. So taking what was a railway station, a railway terminal, and turning it into what was called at the time a festival marketplace. Which is
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so it's like a mall with razzmatazz is like how I've been
Yeah,
describing
you
it.
say that. Yeah, that was funny.
And and then over the years it's gone through a bunch of iterations, a bunch of owners, and in the last few years, it's just really just sort of declined. The previous owners ended up I think they were, I don't know if it's a foreclosure, but they were just losing tons of money. And in November, a new developer called WS Development from Boston purchased it, and according to them, they've got plans. I tried to get the plans from them. Talked to the mayor.
Go.
The mayor gave me a little bit more information, but he didn't say that much either.
Sure.
But they say that they're going to really just bring this thing back to life, and I hope they do. But I really hope they do it by focusing on more local businesses as well, because it's no surprise. The one business that's been there since almost the start, Kiku, since 1983. Is still the best reason to go there.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
And the other business that's been there the longest is Home Run Harry's, which has been around since the 90s, which is also locally owned and a great sports bar.
That.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it had some.
didn't even
When we
think
did
about
our
that
question of the
sometimes.
day, I was shocked that Bobby Rubino's Ribs place was one of the best. Was one of the most frequently mentioned items on the question of the day.
There was a heyday of a place for ribs, right?
Yes.
I was at Tony Roma. When I was a kid, we used to go to Tony Roma's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe bring back a rib place.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well.
That'd be nice.
And Hal B, my question is, and I know you like these series and these opportunities to do a take two or something like that, but is there something else that you're I really have my eye on? We tried to get you onto Brussels sprouts a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
We're not giving up on that, but is there something else that you like? I know pizza's always been a fan.
Always pizza.
Something else that you're thinking about that's we need to explore this.
So there's something I'm curious about now,
Okay.
and it's not tiramisu. Isn't my favorite dessert, but
Love
there
this guy.
are.
Love tiramisu.
But there are different versions of it on so many restaurant menus right now, and I'm curious about why.
Sure.
Why now? Why is this happening? Why are we having this revival? Because it's not just necessarily the classic ones, but there are all
Yes.
these spins on it, and they seem to be at a bunch of restaurants.
I
That's
wonder if it's the
interesting.
coffee.
At last year's Irish Festival, the year before, Mary Mac from Mary Mac Bakehouse, right? She made an Irish tiramisu with 5 Farms Irish cream. It was to die for.
Sounds
No
great.
calories.
It
you
was-
know.
yeah.
This
Oh
is
yeah, she
great.
sucks the
Yeah.
calories out before she gives them to you.
Yeah, you know common calories.
Yes.
Exactly. That's all. Hal, it is always a pleasure to catch up with you. Where can everybody find out more information about you, about what you're working on, and where can they find your stories?
Yeah, I mean, go to postgazette.com, go to Pittsburgh PG Food on Instagram, or Pittsburgh PG on Instagram, go to Hal B Klein on Instagram, and there's always interesting things and exciting things coming out, and we've got a lot more in store. It just so happens that I'm writing about Okane in the next couple of weeks. So
What?
Oh,
get
Are
a
you
little
going
bit
to
more
break off
information
and give her
about
a
them.
gold card while we're
Yes.
talking?
I am going to return the gold card because I am not allowed to take a 10% discount.
I know,
But I
but-
appreciate the gesture.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
very great. But
I
it
think you
was
should
lovely.
sport it by walking around.
I just walking around,
yes,
yeah, just hanging
yes.
I
off
mean,
and
it
be
just
like,
means that you're
hey.
a supporter.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah,
that
yeah.
means.
Yeah.
Don't be silly.
Yeah.
It is always a pleasure to see you. Really quickly, though, the Rohrich Honda question of the day. What would be the one thing we would find in your refrigerator all the time?
homemade coconut or homemade cashew milk.
Oh yeah.
I mean, how do you
Okay.
not know that?
I love, there's always some cheese in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any kind
Okay.
of cheese?
It varies, but I love a Munster. Like a sliced Munster is good to just like
Munster's
have
always
around.
good. Or Gouda. Who doesn't
Right?
love smoked
All
Gouda?
right. Yeah.
We
Yeah,
love
smoked
you,
Gouda's
Hal B.
great.
Klein. Thanks for joining us. It's Sean and Rachel, YaJagoff Late Night.
Welcome to People's Clean Hydrogen Pilot Program. Here sits no ordinary container. It's a drop-in unit that transforms natural gas into clean, cost-effective hydrogen that can provide you with affordable, safe, and reliable energy with as few emissions as possible. Removing carbon and making a product. not a pollutant. So no, it's no ordinary box. It's a powerful decarbonization tool, and just one of the ways Peoples is innovating the future of energy.
I've been thinking that Rohrich Automotive needs a new jingle.
Rohrich Automotive got the best cars around Pittsburgh.
Driving a Rohrich, I bought it at Rohrich. Picked up my new car at Rohrich Automotive. I got friends at Rohrich Automotive where the staff is nice and the dealership's loaded with brand new cars. And you can drive real far.
It's Rachel and John, and this is Game Show on the Go. We have a different game every week, pretty much every week, where we get all of our guests involved. Now, there's one guest always that you haven't met yet because that's our musician, but they're still involved in the game. But before we do the game, this is where we get our junk drawer item. It's been a part of the YaJagoff late night since it started, and we have people ask us, what do we do with this? Well, there's a studio here. There are things in the cupboard here. There are things at our office down on Isabella, and we have things in boxes from all the junk drawer items, right?
It's just a little transport. You give us your junk, it's like, we take your junk, point at it, and we take it. That's exactly what happens. So we can start with Brittany. Okay, what did you bring us?
I have a piece of a bridge
sure?
from one of our sushi boats. I've been planning the grand opening party, and I used that as a sample to send to the owner to see if we could serve on that. And somehow it ended up out of my purse when I was cleaning out and into a drawer. I don't
I
know how it
love
got there.
these are the stories that the junk drawer items are made from. Like, this is absolutely, it looks like a little washboard. You could play with it. This is excellent. Thank you so much. I will treasure it.
Those of you listening to the audio only, make sure you go check it out on YouTube.
For sure. All right, next up, our musician who we have not met. We're not even telling you his name.
Yes.
Person undisclosed. What did you bring us?
When I was finishing up my grad degree at Pitt, I had to get a job, so I worked part-time at the Andy Warhol Museum. And I was going to finish my degree and move to D.C. and become a responsible adult. But I had met so many artists and musicians at the Warhol that I decided to stay in Pittsburgh and do music and hang out in the art and culture scene. So I brought you a Brillo box from the Andy Warhol Museum. I have a bunch of these in my house, and now you have one too.
Did you see, Brittany was so excited. She's like, you can wash. That's so true. And you know, I have
First thing that came to mind.
Yeah, but quick fun fact, what's crazy is our office is next door to the Warhol.
Nice.
So we go over there and grab like hummus and carrots all the time at the cafe. We had not been in their gift shop ever until last week, and it is lovely. You should go there and buy
tons of
some.
stuff like that. Absolutely, yeah.
That's what made me
definitely.
think of it. Thank
Well,
you so much.
in
These are
case-
like real gifts.
In case you're on the next time, there's a $1,200 banana sculpture in there that I'd like. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I'll
would be
stick
a
that in my
wonderful
pocket
junk
and
drawer item.
bring it for you.
All right, Hal B. Klein, what junk drawer? You're not new to the junk drawer item, but you're
Yeah.
new. You're kind of a new phase, right?
Yeah, and I'm able to add to your collection if you want to make your own art, or make your own Brillo box, or color that bridge. You can have a pink chalk pen that is in my junk drawer because I put it in there at some point in time.
Right,
And it
it's
has been in
liquid.
there.
But should we assume it's
But I
dried
think
up?
it still works.
Yeah. Oh, really?
It looks like it still works.
Do you recall what you would have had it for? What task?
No clue.
No clue.
Oh,
It does still work.
Oh, it still works. Nice.
Oh my gosh, these are great gifts, you guys. And you know, if there's such a thing at holiday time as regifting, we do it. So don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid. And if you see that we've given a gift, it's yours and we did it with love. All right, thank you so much for our junk drawer items. And now, John, I came up with a little game.
Yeah, she did. In the meantime, there's one sake left. If anybody wants to try it, go right. Feel
have
free.
a whole bottle. There's more where that
it's
came
right
from.
there. All right. No, I was just going to have Hal B down it if he wanted to do it right now.
I'll
You're
do a
good.
second,
All right.
yeah.
All right, Devin, you can down it too. All right, we're ready to play the game.
Ready? All right, so you want me to handle this part? Because I'm the competitive one, guys, in case you haven't noticed. All right, so we're calling this the Berg Bargain Blitz. I mean, we just love a little bit of alliteration. Plus, you all know I can't stand AI, but I do use a little bit of ChatGPT for things like this because I fed the monster and I got a little game out of it. So we're going to assume that this is kind of like The Price is Right, but Pittsburgh style. So we came up with a bunch of Pittsburgh items, and just to kind of see how Pittsburgh are you? Do you really know what these things cost? So just like Price is Right, if you come in within that dollar, without going over, you would be the winner, okay? So, John, you're going to have to kind of keep track. Do you want to use this handy-dandy pink liquid chalk mixer so that we can find out what the answer is here? Okay, so you'll each be able to answer. John will record, and then we'll go to the next one, okay? And then we'll answer at the end. We'll give the final. All right, first up, how much is the average Primanti's sandwich? Now, we know that Primanti's has different variations. So there's the traditional, cheesesteak, and then there's other things. But what's the traditional and what's the average price? Brittany, do you want to take a stab?
$15.50.
Okay. Do you need? Okay.
Oh man, I'm gonna go $8.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go $13.95.
Okay. Next up, how much would, again, the average Pirates ticket? So we are not saying that you are sitting in the bleachers, but we're also not saying that you're living it up and watching a really bad game. Sorry.
Is that hockey or baseball?
I love you. I love our Cleveland friends. Baseball.
Okay. Average ticket.
I literally, she is my friend.
28.
Okay. $28. Fair
I'm
enough.
gonna go around 50 for this.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 40.
Okay.
Does that include fees?
Next up. See, I knew somebody was going to go there and throw these like
Fees on
little
everything.
things. Yeah. You're fine. You're fine, Hal. Let's move along.
Does that include the skyboxes? 'Cause-
Next. Okay, stop asking questions. See, this is where it was going.
What
All
about that home plate?
Mancini's. Next up.
I don't know what average is. So
Next up is Mancini's Bakery, which is no stranger to YaJagoff Late Night, and we love Mancini's. How much is the average loaf of bread? Or if you are from Pittsburgh, you know it is the Mancini's Twist. Do you have a guess?
$7.69.
Okay.
I was gonna be like $6. Yeah.
Okay, Hal?
Go $4.25.
Wow, Hal really throws in those little like cents. I
know?
like it. I like
Yeah.
it. All right, 2 more. Again, this is not signed. This is not Hall of Fame. This is not Kmart. This is a Steelers jersey. Just what would you pay for a standard Steelers jersey? That would be football for our Cleveland friend.
Thank you so
Of course.
much for clarifying that. I started to get nervous.
You're
I
fine.
would say average Kmart. So
Kmart.
average. We're doing average. this
Average,
time.
yeah.
Again, actually. Let's go 72.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. I was gonna say about 60. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 90.
Okay.
And 25 cents.
He's throwing that sales tax in, that PA sales tax. Okay.
Sounds very assured.
All right.
He does that. Yeah.
This is the final one, and I have an axe to grind with this, but admission to Kennywood. So again, you could look at it and say, well, there's certain days that it's discounted. There's certain days if you go after or in the evening. This is just the average price on a Wednesday. You're an adult and you're going to Kennywood. So that is the amusement park. I know you haven't been here long. The amusement park here. How much do you think it costs?
Okay.
Right? It's a racket.
That's
all I'm gonna say.
Let me think. Okay, let's do. I'm gonna for adults or
Adults.
Okay,
One adult.
Adults. Let's go 65.
Okay.
72.
Okay.
Go 50.
Okay. All right. So, John, I'm going to pass this over to you because you did the writing, and I could never read John's writing if I was fighting my way out of a ransom situation. So, John, who's in the running?
I will be lucky to read my own writing. Permani sandwich. Brittany said $15.50. Devin said $8. Hal B said $13.95. The actual retail price is $12, making Devin the winner of that round. All right, Pirates ticket $40. Brittany said $28. Devin said $50. Hal B said $40. The actual retail price is on the nose $40. $40. Hal B
Was
wins
that knowledge?
that
Was
round.
that knowledge?
Cheater, you just went.
Yes.
Mancini's bread. All right, Brittany said $7.69. Devin said $6. Hal B came in at $4.25. Actual retail prices $5. Hal B is the winner again. Okay.
He gets around.
Well, he would know food.
Yes,
I know. I
right.
feel like this.
I
Well,
would
he knows
hope.
sports
Yeah.
too.
Now,
Sports and food.
something I hope you don't eat is a Steeler jersey. All right. So Steeler jersey, and Brittany said 72. Devin said 60. Hal B said 90.25. Hal B is the closest because it was $150. The actual retail price is
What average?
So we're all in the wrong business.
What about the CVS ones?
All
Did we include
the ones that
that?
just says Pittsburgh football. Right.
Okay.
All right. Wow. All right. So now we go down to Kennywood. All right. And Brittany said 65. Devin said 72, and Hal B said 80. The actual retail price is 75, making Devin the winner. And the ultimate winner would be Hal B 3-2. 3,
Congrats.
Hal B, Devin 2. Brittany gets a 100% on the food she brought here with Chef Aaron. There, how about that? All right, you guys. Thank you so much for playing our game. We appreciate it. You guys all going to come back and play our game?
Absolutely.
All right,
Absolutely.
yeah. We're just going to have another game like the rest of the podcast. You good? Yeah.
I need some more
it's John and
Pittsburgh
Rachel.
experience.
Yeah, this is how you learn.
I wasn't really a babysitter, but my best friend, who's still my best friend today, Katie, she was, and I remember I was with her babysitting this one kid in her neighborhood, and we were watching a rerun of Unsolved Mysteries. You know, they're really creepy. Like,
Yeah,
it was in their
sounds
basement. It was
amazing.
kind of dark, and the mom that we were babysitting for appears on screen. Her husband had been murdered.
What?
And she was sitting on the same couch that we were sitting, and there was like an Afghan, like on Roseanne, and we just looked at it. We were like.
It is John and Rachel. Welcome back to YaJagoff Late Night. Every year for the last 9 years, or every day, not every year, every podcast, we have a musician because that is so important to us. And we have such great musical talent in our city. And we get to welcome yet another talented person, Devin Russian. Welcome to the YaJagoff podcast. First time.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, my
Wait a minute.
gosh.
So you come from that Sharpsburg area, which is a really cool area. People talk about Lawrenceville all the time, but the
Sharpsburg,
art
yeah.
and the music that's in the Sharpsburg area is incredible, right?
It very much is, and it's expanded too. There's going to be a Sharpsburg Music Fest coming up in September.
Oh, get
on
out.
September 19th. I'll talk a little bit later. And they have a park in the center of town. They do funnel cake Fridays during the summer where they have music play, and they have the Rotary Club sells funnel cake, and it's a great time. It's such a great community to be in.
Yeah. And now, how long have you been in the music business? Always, or was this something you kind of picked up?
Something I kind of picked up. I started when I was younger, left it for a little while, and then came back into it about 6 years ago.
Okay.
So I've been pretty heavy in the Pittsburgh music scene about 6 years ago.
In band or soloist? What you
Soloist. Nobody will put up with me. I gotta work solo.
You're just not well liked.
Yeah, not well liked. Yeah. Too bossy.
But to write original songs, do you like to write in groups or still the same thing?
Still the same thing.
Yeah.
But I love writing on my own. I love writing music,
Okay.
so I'm doing it all the time.
There you go.
I'm sorry, I had
You're
to
supposed to
just-
sing Cinderella in my own little corner of my own little world. No. Okay.
That
She
would
can,
not be.
she can never play along, Devin. It's
Tell us
never
about
play
this
That's why I
along.
work alone.
Tell us about this music festival.
Okay, the Sharpsburg Summerfest is going on Summer Jam,
Yeah.
is going on September 19th. It's part of the Sharpsburg Bicentennial celebration.
Oh, I
So
love
they're going to
it.
have music from 1 till 7, and then afterwards there's going to be a drone show. And the bands are going to include the Laurel Lowlifes, Turpentiners, myself, a bunch of others. The Band Together Band is going to be playing.
I saw that. Yeah,
Yep,
you're part of that. That's
yep,
fantastic.
They're an amazing group too. And then there's going to be food trucks there. There's going to be Dancing Gnome and Hitchhikers are going to have beer tents. Some local distilleries are going to have tents as well. So it's just going to be live painting, just a whole day of festival, and then followed by a great drone show at the end of the night.
Nice.
That's
One of your
fantastic.
favorite venues around town here at this point?
Well, you cannot not find me in Blawnox. If I'm not
Okay.
in Sharpsburg, I'm in Blawnox.
Okay.
Because I host the open mic at the Starlight Lounge on Wednesdays. I host the Starlight Invitational at the Starlight Lounge on Wednesdays or Saturday nights, and then I coach the Band Together Band on Thursdays at Moondogs. So I'm either at the Starlight Lounge or Moondogs Pub.
I
That's
love
where you're going to
Moondogs,
find me.
yeah.
Great
That's
venues.
awesome.
Moondog's a great guy. I love working with him.
Yeah.
So,
Ronnie
yeah.
is- yeah.
He's a character. He
He's
called me
a
today.
character.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
literally
so
a
funny.
Pittsburgh character, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, you know Pittsburgh if you know Moondog.
Exactly.
And where
yeah.
are you performing that we can check you out?
Okay, I got a bunch of shows coming up. I had to write them all out. On August 26th, I'm playing at the Lori Ann West Community Center in Fox Chapel. That's going to be from 6:30 to 8:30. 2 Band Together kids are opening up for me,
love that.
so that'll be a lot of fun. Then my friend and I, he co-hosts the open mic with me. His name is Michael Berkey. We have a side duo project called Captain Tuttle, so I do work with people occasionally.
Okay.
And he and I are playing as Captain Tuttle on September 10th at the Plum Amphitheater. And then on September 11th, I'm performing at the Rose Garden out near the Flight 93 Memorial as part of the memorial services. Michelle Hull, who was a guest on here, is putting
great.
that together.
Yeah.
So we're playing with her. And then I'm doing the Sharpsburg Summer Jam on September 19th. And then we were talking about Ruckus before. I am playing at Ruckus in November on the 22nd. I always do a once a year big show there where we give out cupcakes and hang out, and it's always a good time. So
if people didn't get a chance to write all that down, where can they find you online?
DevonRussian.com for all your Devon Russian needs.
Oh, that's so good. Next up, we're going to check in on the 412 Dues with Alloy 26.
What's going on, folks? Nick here with Nova Place and Alloy 26. Here to bring you some cool things that are happening this weekend around the neighborhood. So got the Family Fest this weekend at Arts Landing, that new beautiful park just across the bridge here from Nova Place over downtown. So if you got little ones, lots of cool things happening there. They got balloon animals, face painting, pickleball, all sorts of fun things to get out there and do that are family friendly. And that's on behalf of the Cultural Trust putting that on. In addition to that, if the weather doesn't hold up, maybe you want to treat yourself to a romantic dinner with Restaurant Week. It's closing out this weekend. We've got lots of fantastic Pittsburgh favorites participating in that. Some are extremely well known, some maybe not so well known. So if you've been looking for a reason to splurge on your favorite restaurant, or if you want to get out there and try something new, maybe go take a look at that. See what's in your neighborhood, see what's outside your neighborhood. Go explore a little bit. Go challenge your palate. Go try something new, or just try the same thing you always try. And finally, if the rain does hold off, maybe go to Little Italy Days. Celebrate some Italian heritage. Just tell an Italian person thank you this weekend, and go watch them play bocce, and go get a cannoli and walk around. Call it a day. Call it a weekend. So, Nick from Nova Place here, and hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Thanks, you Jagoffs.
I walk across the bridge again tonight, looking for adventure or just a place to hide. I wish to lose myself in your lights. I wish to lose myself in the night. And I'm running from the past I leave behind, and reaching for the daylight to see what I can find. I wish to lose myself in my mind. I wish to lose myself in the sights of the rivers of Pittsburgh. And I think of where I go and where I've been, looking down on the water as it washes away my sin. I wish to lose myself in a dream. I wish to lose me and float downstream in the rivers of Pittsburgh. And the glass in the sky catches sight of the light, and the gray clouds appear as the light reflects on me from the rivers of Pittsburgh. So I walk across the bridge again tonight, looking for adventure or just a place to hide. I wish to lose myself in your light. I wish to lose myself in the night across the rivers of Pittsburgh. And the glass in the sky catches sight of the From the rivers of Pittsburgh. From the rivers of Pittsburgh. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Thanks to Aiden. Thanks to Tracy. Thanks to Johnny.
Go to
everybody.
Okane.
Yeah, Okane. Okane.
Have an amazing weekend. Thanks for watching YaJagoff Late Night.